Every piece of news about Kingdom Come Deliverance II just makes this worse, and it shows that the people at Embracer Group, which we already knew, they're owned by BlackRock, everybody, are woke activists trying to infiltrate the gaming industry and trying to corrupt games. This is the entire purpose of Kingdom Come Deliverance II, and this is where they're going at this point. They have shown, and it's being seen not just with Kingdom Come, but with other games as well, that if you run a marketing campaign where you pretty much ignore any of the DEI stuff and don't try to push it too hard, even though these guys kind of did and people just willfully ignored it, that you're going to be able to get past a lot of the grift YouTube out there that's going to just kind of stand for things that they think is popular. A lot of people will just take a stance after they wait and see what the audience reaction is. And if it looks popular, they'll stand with it. And if it doesn't, then they'll stand against it. You can see this very clearly. If Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows developers did half of the things that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's Daniel Vavra and others have done, they would have been attacking them in full force. And that's how you could tell there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. Now with this, it's just getting crazier. And now there's a new interview with the BBC of all places. Now remember, the BBC is one of the worst media outlets promoting the LGBTQ agenda, promoting Black Lives Matter, all of this stuff. We're seeing it being swept for this game by IGN, PC Gamer, or the BBC. I mean, at this point, your spider senses should be going off that there's a media conspiracy involved here, and they're probably paid to do it. This is what the media acts like when they get paid or they get access. We know this is a thing in the gaming industry. We know how deep this all goes. And with Embracer Group behind it, I mean, what do you think is happening here? All right, we'll get into this new news where this actor now is saying conservatives are not real gamers. Yay. How fun is this? This is their new line of attack against gamers. I've seen this so many times before, my friends, and it's just happening one more time with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Hit the like and subscribe button as we tell the truth about video games, even when nobody else will. This is our Fandom Pulse Substack, and it is the most trusted name in video game news because, again, we tell the stories that nobody else will. We will report on the things that nobody else will. We don't even care if it's popular or not because we don't have advertising revenue. We just are funded completely by gamers like you. So check it out. Go sign up in the description below, and please grab a paid subscription to support us today. It's only $5 a month. And it keeps us going. We're doing this full time with zero media access, zero media support, and it's good. Independence is where it's at, and that's where we will always stay. So Luke Dale, the actor who plays Hans Capon, the underage sodomized boy in Kingdom Age Deliverance 2, recently shared his opinion that if you're opposed to woke ideology in gaming, you're, quote, not necessarily into gaming. So this is what they have done consistently through this entire media campaign. Daniel Vavra went full mask off when people were talking about wokeness in the game. He went out and tweeted, if you don't like it, don't buy it. If you remember, Kelly Sue DeConnick, the weird feminist from the comic book industry, famously gave that interview back in 2017 about Captain Marvel and about her weird feminist comic books at Marvel Comics. It blew up the entire comic book industry. But for some reason, a lot of people are ignoring Daniel Vavra's bad behavior. He's been attacking critics. A critic gave it a bad score, and he personally attacked that critic. Of course, he's gone after us very, very hard because we've been telling the truth about how woke this video game is. And he's been blocking a lot of people on X who comment about woke politics in the game. Like, he's just trying to actually just attack customers and turn them away. But for some reason, again, some people just aren't reporting on it. Very interesting going on here. Now, this is a new interview with the BBC that just posted yesterday. Adding now, we've got the trifecta, IGN, PC Gamer, and BBC all sweeping hard for this game. Alongside fellow actor Tom McKay, who plays Henry in the game, the duo were asked about the backlash the game has received for pushing woke ideology by promoting sodomy and including the character of Musa of Mali, the black character thrown into the game, after game's creative director Daniel Vavra had previously claimed there were no black people in Bohemia while promoting the first Kingdom Come Deliverance. To be clear, Vavra wrote in 2015, this is what he did. Would you please explain to me what's racist about telling the truth? So it was the truth at the time. There were no black people in medieval Bohemia, period. And this is what was in the game at the time. Now things have changed with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Well, what's changed? Well, the company was bought by Embracer Group and BlackRock. I mean, what happens when these corporate ideologies come in and they fund your game? They always ask for a price, and that price is always DEI. You sell your soul to these people, and that's exactly what's gone on here. So he's also stated there's no non-white people in northern Western Europe. Here it is. Poland has borders with Germany and shares Baltic Sea with Scandinavian countries. Large portions of Poland were originally German. And somebody says, so now you're saying there weren't any non-white people in a gigantic landmass in Western Northern Europe. And he says, yes, I am, because there weren't. Remember, there wasn't plane travel or anything back then. It makes a lot of sense. He was based before, and of course, he's sold out. And that's exactly the whole problem of what's going on right here. Sold out for media accolades, sold out for Embracer Group. This is where we're at. He said before, you will play as Henry, son of a blacksmith. This is for game 1. Yes, he is a straight white and male from Bohemia. Remember, this was what he was saying before, when now he's changed his tune, and Henry and Hans are now included in gay sex. It's very, very weird, and you could see what happens. Nevertheless, Dale informed the BBC, I think it's quite an interesting thing that's happened. With the first game, there was a backlash from the more left-wing mentality, and there's been something of a backlash this time around from the right-wing mentality. This is how they always try to position themselves. We're just being reasonable in the middle. But no, you actually changed the lore of your game. Again, if this happened with Warhammer 40K, everybody would be up in arms with this. Every YouTuber would be blasting them. But again, there's some weird thing here. I think some people are getting paid off by Embracer Group, honestly, because it doesn't make any sense. This is a very woke game. It hits every single woke talking point inside the game. It's even got a mission where you have to root out an anti-Semite meeting. I'm dead serious. It's ridiculous. And this is in a crusading game in 1403. The word anti-Semite didn't exist back then. So whenever he talks about historical accuracy, again, Daniel Vavra is very, very snaky about all this stuff. It applies sometimes. It doesn't apply other times. He lies about the historical accuracy about things sometimes. He then changes it and just says, oh, it's just about fantasy at other times. This is the same sort of stuff we're seeing with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and yet, again, it's not getting reported. McKay then indicated no one has discussed these topics to him in person. Well, he probably doesn't hang out around gamers. It's a really good barometer of the distortion between online interaction and real-world interaction. We did 9 hours. It didn't come up once. Well, you had shills around you. From there, Dale indicated if you oppose woke ideology being injected into the game via promotion of sodomy, as well as Musa of Mali, you're not interested in gaming. So unless you accept the gay and the black, everybody, you're not a real gamer. I've heard this all the way back to since 2014 with Gamergate, inclusivity and diversity. The real gamers are all about this. Just a vocal minority who's opposing it. Well, now it's being said all the way around, and they're using the mainstream media outlets to do it again. Got to wake up here. So here's where he says, I think, to be honest with you, people that are true big fans of gaming and this game aren't bothered about that sort of stuff. So there it is. You're not a true fan if you're a conservative. You're not a true fan if you're a Christian. You're not a true fan if you're right-wing. You're not a gamer, my friends. This is what they do every single time. It's a big gaslighting operation that the left has been all about forever, and now they're just getting away with it. And so this is why we're reporting on it very, very hard here, because it needs to be done. It needs to be said. These are woke activists running Kingdom Come Deliverance II at Warhorse Studios. They've sold out. It's all tied in with Embracer Group. It's all tied in with the mainstream media. They're working together in tandem to present this narrative, and this is something people need to wake up about in 2025. It's not over. Just because Trump won doesn't mean all this stuff just automatically goes away. It's great that the USAID stuff's going to be dropping some of this stuff off, but these people are just going to get sneakier about it because now they actually need to make a profit while doing it, and they know they can do so if they market it like this and they pretend like they're not doing anything controversial when they are doing something controversial. It seems people are being really politically involved and they care very much about politics and not gaming. They just use this as a weapon, but they're not necessarily into gaming. Very, very funny right on this point. Now, what's interesting is they're using this as a weapon. They're the ones who injected this into the game. If you look at Vavra's comments in 2014, he was very much standing firm against everything he put into this game. So why did he put it in? He said it's the way that he wanted to do it, the way that nobody pressured him into it. So clearly he's trying to push woke activism as a political thing, maybe as a marketing tool. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to push this divisiveness so people talk about it. Maybe it's just that sneaky and stupid. I don't know what his motivations are, but I do know that it's in the game, and I do know that all of this stuff is being pushed, and now they're saying if you're conservative, you're not a real gamer. This is not a good look. These are left-wing activists. These are not good people, my friends. These are the exact thing we've been fighting against since 2014 when Gamergate first started and they started trying to invade the industry. They always try to seep in, then they bring their friends, then they bring their friends, and pretty soon they're kicking out all the white men, aren't they? And we know exactly what happens every single time, and this is no different with Kingdom Come Deliverance II. All right, running to the BBC, it just makes my blood boil. When you see them involved, you know that there's something just terribly malicious happening on a woke level, and that's what we have here. Hit the like and subscribe button. What do you think about this? Do you think you're not a real gamer because you're a conservative? Is that how it's supposed to be now? Jeez. Please sign up for Phantom Pulse in the description, guys. We're the only people covering this and the only people noticing because I guess some people are on the dole. It's very, very weird going on out there. Stay safe. Keep vigilant, my friends, and let's make gaming great again.